There's a story in Luke 7 where Jesus visited the house of a Pharisee called Simon, because this Simon guy invited him for dinner, lunch, invited him to come eat at his house. And then the Bible says there was this woman who was a sinner. So what happened there, you can read the story in Luke 7, I think from 20 something or 30 something, just towards the end. What happened there was when Jesus entered the house, the Bible says Jesus got into the house and then he went to take his seat. So that line alone tells us a lot of things that did not happen, because in the Jewish tradition, they've got this traditional courtesy that you will give to your guest. Not just any guest now, they've got so much reverence and honor for a scholar, for a teacher, for a rabbi. So to invite somebody like Jesus, who is a rabbi, who is a teacher, into your house, it means that none of those traditional courtesies should be missing. How does this courtesy happen? First of all, the person is welcomed with a kiss somewhere in the face, not on the lips, of course. Secondly, you give them water to wash their feet, and then olive oil to wash and anoint their hands before the whole sitting down and eating happens. So that first line or that statement tells us the things that did not happen. Fast forward to later, this woman who is a sinner saw that these things were omitted because these Pharisees invited Jesus not because they liked him or honored him, but they wanted to publicly humiliate him. You read through the New Testament and you're seeing how these guys always wanted to humiliate him, set a trap for him, kill him, and those sort of things. So that was what they did there. And it was in noticing this woman had come in appreciation of the fact that she knows that she has been forgiven, because she would have heard that, oh, Jesus had dinner with Matthew, the tax collectors and sinners. So they already knew Jesus always talked about the message of the gospel, God's love for sinners. So she knew she was already forgiven when she came. Bible scholars will say she came to kind of appreciate him because she knows that she has been forgiven, because she came there with an expensive perfume with which to anoint him. But then she did not know that those other courtesies will be missing. Else maybe she would have brought her own water and towel with which to do that. So it was when these things did not happen that she entered into Jesus's pain and humiliation, that she wept at his feet and then used her tears. It dawned on her like, okay, they didn't wash his feet, maybe I can do that. Use her tears to wash his feet, use her hair to wipe his the washing off, and then she anointed his feet with the perfume. And that was when this Simon said, this rabbi is actually not even a prophet. I think he is. If he had known who this woman is, that she's a sinner, he would not let her do these things. And that's when Jesus told him, look, what you couldn't do, she did. I came into this house, you did not welcome me with a kiss, you did not give me water to wash my feet, you did not give me oil to anoint my hand or wash my hands, and this woman has done what you did not do. And that's when Jesus gave a parable about if somebody is forgiving much or forgiving less, who is going to be more thankful, who is going to love more. You see, the part that just drew my attention in that story is that they wanted to humiliate Jesus, which they happened to do. But then the fact that this woman then turned it to honor him, it shouldn't mean a thing